I believe that this is a paradigm shift. I believe that this technology is something that we've never seen before. I believe that this is going to be, even bigger than the internet. And unfortunately, if you are not on this train, if you are not experimenting, trying, or playing with this, you're going to be left in the dust. There'll be two types of people. There'll be people that are leveraging generative AI, and there'll be people that do not exist in terms of their relevance, within the workplace, in their profession. So whatever job that you have, especially if it's a knowledge worker job, you should be experimenting with this and different forms of generative AI, whether it's ChatGPT or other LLMs, whether it's perplexity.ai or in the States it's Google Bard or whatever it might be. Like, this is the next paradigm shift. And I believe for 2024, this is going to be infused in almost every single organization. Almost every single role will have an AI component to it, because all these big platforms are already sprinkling it in to different parts of what they're doing, right?
How are you using it in your business as an example?
So for me, I almost use it every single day. So for example, if we are designing images, I'll use Adobe Generative Fill to fill in some of the other pieces to design better images. Whether it's coming up with, streamlining research, looking for different points of research. I use like perplexity.ai probably every single day as my main tool. I've replaced Google. I use ChatGPT or Perplexity AI as a replacement for Google because it helps me prompt other things that I may not be thinking about and giving me answers right away, whether it's research, whether it's content creation, thinking about different ways of doing it. It is so accessible. It is so democratic. It is so easy to use. All you need to do. People are like, well, I'm not a tech person. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know how to use this technology. Do you know how to write? Can you speak?
So easy.
Can you speak?
Yeah.
Can you narrate? More people have access to generative AI through their smartphones than clean water or decent sanitation services around the world. What does that mean? More people have access to generative AI through their smartphone than toilets around the world. This is one of the most transformative technologies that is actually in the hands of everybody around the world. What does this mean? It means that everyone in the world has leveled up. Knowledge is no longer a differentiator. It is a commodity. It's only going to get way better every single day. And I'm already seeing this.
This is just the start.
This is just the start. So you see what it's doing with images. And of course, there's going to be downsides to this. Of course, there's going to be a million downsides. I'm a believer that technology is 51% great and 49% terrible.
I don't think that technology is either inherently good or bad.
No.
It just is. It is what it is.
Yeah. And people are going to be using this for nefarious reasons. And people are already using it for deep fakes or scams. And we have an election. We have the primaries coming up in the U.S. in 2024. Of course, this is going to play a big part of it. And so we need to understand those downsides. Every single technology that we've ever seen has created new sectors. It's created new industries. It's created new opportunities. And absolutely, in the short term, it is going to take jobs. But I think that the thing that we need to focus on when it comes to our kids is just the human skills. I believe that in a world that's digital, that's fast, that's transactional, that's AI driven, that we need to focus on more of those human things. How do we build people, kids that have grit, that are creative, that are imaginative, that know how to fail, that can look people in the eye, that can make a friend, that can build a relationship with a partner. These are things that are basic human skills that will become exponentially more important in a world that's AI. Right now, when it comes to ChatGPT or any generative AI, is that it's going to give you a mediocre response. As somebody that's going on stage, I'm trying to change your mindset. I'm trying to.
I'm lighting a fire.
I'm trying
us.
to provoke you with something.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, today AI doesn't have the ability to provoke. I'm trying to give you concepts that will provoke and change your perspective. And unfortunately, at this point, you can't do that because right now, what it's doing is it's kind
of like an algorithm.
Yeah.
But once it learns more and more.
That's the next step, is the reasoning piece. When it starts to reason and it starts to be more human-like, that's where that's going to be the game changer.